Goeiedag. Film maken. Ja, als je aan film maken denkt, dan denk je aan Hollywood. En ik kom net uit India en dan denk je aan Bollywood. Bombay en Hollywood, dat noemen ze daar Bollywood. Maar er worden natuurlijk ook in heel veel landen films gemaakt. Films die soms heel nationaal gericht zijn. Maar soms ook internationaal succes proberen te bereiken. We praten met Rossita Valkanova. En die komt, dat had u al een beetje kunnen begrijpen, uit de Balkan en wel uit Bulgarije. En zij heeft een film geproduceerd en die heet Letter to America. En dat gaat over iemand die in Bulgarije woont, ziek wordt, naar Amerika moet om geopereerd te worden. Dat lukt in eerste instantie niet. Dan moet er gezocht worden naar een heel traditioneel lied wat hem zou kunnen genezen. Kortom, een film die een link legt tussen de moderne wereld van de medici, de onzin van visa, van internationale betrekkingen en de traditie van Bulgarije. Het gesprek is in het Engels. En Rossita, we're going to talk about your movie. Now, you're the producer. That means it's your movie, isn't it?
That's right.
Yes.
I'm the majority producer, but we have two more on board. And one of them is Dutch, Petra Hoedings from Fantavision. The other is Hungarian.
Okay. Producers are the people who actually don't shoot a film, but you make it happen. You find the story. You find, most importantly, the money. And you take care of everything so that it actually comes onto the celluloid and in the final thing.
Right.
But it's different from the guy who directs it.
It is.
Yeah. Who directs this?
Iglika Trifonova is the name of the director.
Yeah. Now all these names sound a little bit Bulgarian. Yes. Was the film originally intended for the Bulgarian public?
Yes, it's entirely Bulgarian project, and luckily we found people from abroad, from other countries, that stepped into it with energy, with effort, with facilities, with money, but would not force us to put in the film any elements of their countries.
Oh, wait a moment. Now, when Western people put in money in a film, they usually want sex and violence and stuff like that. And there's none of that?
In this case, no.
Okay, so it's now talking about Bulgarian movies. I've been in Sofia, and I've been actually around the studios. Guy Sonnen at some time took me around, and I met people from the erstwhile, the movie industry that used to be there. Bulgaria used to make a lot of movies, eh?
22 full-length feature films per year.
You had enormous studios, and when I came there, they said, you can borrow any equipment, 35mm cameras. The only problem is you have to bring the film, because they didn't have that at the time.
What time was that?
A few years ago, and it was like they had all the people, the actors, but there wasn't the money to produce. Is that still a little bit the case?
Still, it's a very difficult thing to do, to make a film happen. But a lot of foreign productions shooting in Bulgaria, renting, not borrowing the equipment. And it's getting back to life. A lot of new equipment is important, and you can do a film the same way you can do it here.
Well, the difference at that time, they explained me, if you want a village and it has to be blown up, and you want to have 5,000 people that act as soldiers or whatever, we'll call in the military, and for a few dollars a day they'll do it. So the attractive still is that the Bulgarian scenery and whatever is very cheap for doing those
the production costs could be very low.
Okay, so that's your advantage.
Yes.
Are the people schooled enough? I mean, is the way they shoot, the cameraman, the lighting that's in place?
It is very professional. Very
professional. So is that one of the reasons that you're trying to get this movie, Letter to America, nominated for an Academy Award, or yeah?
It is the Bulgarian choice, which is sent to America for the Foreign Language Awards.
So you might get an Oscar for this.
We might get nominated, yes.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so
Who knows?
that's one of the reasons you're here, and we're talking about this film. Now, let's talk a little bit about the content. What is your personal relationship with this storyline of someone getting ill and seeking for both traditional and modern help?
Well, in a way, it's something that concerns all of us. How do we cope when something bad as coming death happens to us? Where do we look for help? How can we help someone that's at such a distance? Because the guy in the film helps someone who is across the ocean, who is in New York. But he goes not to New York, but to a very old village to look for a song, believing that still, as it used to be in the legend, in these lands, there were songs that could resurrect.
The dead.
Yes, the dead.
Yes. So a magical song.
Well, it is a magical song if it can do what people tend to believe can't be done by human power. But it is how the legend goes.
How the legend goes.
Legend of Orpheus.
And the legend comes true in this movie.
The legend comes true in this movie.
Now this is a strange combination of belief in magic and we're living in the modern times. We're talking about technology.
Actually, if you see the film, you'll see that there is no magic in the sense that one would think with a
singing a song is a ritual.
Looking for the song, seeing what the people in the village, how they live, what they believe in, how they cope with the huge problems they have, is the magic that brings to life, is the magic that makes you live no matter how hard it is. Yeah. And in a way, I would call it not magic, but finding the strength in your roots, in your tradition, and in a different perspective to life.
Yeah. But now that's strange because Bulgaria was a communist country. It was the place where in the Eastern Bloc, say, heavy industry was situated, and the Bulgarians were believed to be very loyal communists. You know, then the change came. It became a very poor country. All that heavy industry is gone, or it's still there, but it doesn't function. We believe that the Bulgarians lost their their traditional belief, and they all, said, okay, Stalin or whatever the guys were. And now you make a film about how these old traditions must have survived.
Yes.
Is that reality, or was that only a movie?
It is a reality. It is a reality. It's a matter of one wanting to see it. Of course, all you said is true. Of course, that is the problem. Maybe if there wasn't a problem, we wouldn't go back to look for the tradition. If we were happy with what we were and how we lived, maybe no urge for this quest would exist at all.
But so you describe someone who is rather young, yes?
Yes.
Who goes back to his roots.
Yes.
Starts going to situations with a little bit primitive, yes?
Yeah. Yes, you named it.
It's primitive, but
yes,
also happy in another way, more connected.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's, all you said, like primitive, simple, and connected very closely to nature, to one another. And in a way, the question which can come out of this film is also, if we are not happy living where we are, do we go to America to be happier? What happens? Are we happier? And what is how to solve our unhappiness even there?
So it's basically the main question is progress. Where do we find it? Or is doubting progress? Is progress going to America, going to technology,
No, the film is not didactic at all. The film offers actually some kind of how to say it, some kind of diversity, that answers are not necessarily found in progress in the sense we are used to, in the sense of that civilization looks at it.
The word respect comes to mind. Do we have to respect our ancestors, our roots, our...
At least we have to know it.
We have to know it.
And then we find out whether we respect it or not.
Yeah.
But at least we look for it and find out what use of it can we make.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because I just come back from the Kumbh Mela, where 5 to 10 or whatever 20 million people go back to their Hindu roots, take a dip in the Ganges, and do something that has been done at least 1600 years ago for 144 times. So a very long tradition. And what I felt from the people, that they were very happy with this, and that this was so deep, rooted in their whole existence, that compare that, let's say, internet, and there was internet there, and television cameras were like unimportant to them.
Yes.
Yeah, is that what I see in India? Is that the same in Bulgaria? Are people still?
No, definitely not. Even in the film, the means by which the whole image is brought is by video camera. Like during the film, there is a lot of direct shooting going on with a video camera. That's why the film is called Letter to America, because all this that he sees through the camera is sent to America. Yeah. So the tie between modern technology but the very old values and not ways of living. No one in the film
but what recommends
to live as these old people live, but it's in a way a tribute to the people which probably our children will never remember. These people that live in this way will be gone in a decade, maybe even less. But not remembering them and not remembering the way they live is a lack which will, I'm sure, make us less able to cope with our own lives. Yeah.
The use of a video camera in a movie, I think there was this American movie, the whatever, with the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah,
you've heard about it.
Yeah,
where this was used for the first time, where actually a videotape was found that was shown as a movie. Is this a way to make the movie cheap? More human form.
I would say that in this film, the video represents the handwriting, because, as I said, Letter to America is an intimate thing, a personal viewpoint which is addressed to someone.
So it has to do with scale.
The video camera is instead of showing someone writing.
Yeah. So it's a small scale way of doing it. It gives it a different emotional attachment to the images.
Yes, it is an image of personal messages sent in the film.
Now, and what you hope or might happen if it's shown all over the world?
I would never start doing something with this in mind. I would start doing something, and that's how it happened with Letter to America, because I'm deeply involved with this project and with its idea. The film is already a huge success in Bulgaria. It became a cultural and event, and highly popular. Everyone goes to see it, and I doubt whether it will have the same effect abroad, of course. But I think that all the messages implicated in this film and all the images, though very Bulgarian, can be identified by anyone
we all have our
anywhere,
roots, yes.
Because it's a matter of questions that everyone asks himself, or maybe he puts them in words, maybe not, maybe he just feels confused because he is never even asking these questions. And I think that from the response we've already got from people seeing the film, I'm right. People
will look at
recognize all the messages very, very well.
Okay. Nou, u hoort het. Rossita Valkanova, de producer van de film Letter to America. Er zitten wat stukjes in, u hoorde het, die geschoten zijn heel kleinschalig met een videocamera. Die letter wordt dus eigenlijk, die brief is een videobrief, zou je dat kunnen noemen. Maar het centrale thema is volgens haar niet alleen in Bulgarije, waar de film al een succes is, maar ook voor de rest van de wereld van belang. Het centrale thema is dus, grijp je vooruit naar Amerika, naar de technologie, naar het moderne, of grijp je ook naar achteren, naar de tradities, naar je wortels. En dat in the face of death, in de situatie dat iemand ernstig ziek is en hoe dat dan afloopt. Dus een even oud thema zou je kunnen zeggen, vooruit en achteruit kijkend. En Letter to America, laten we hopen dat die ook in Nederland een keer in de bioscoop komt, want er is een Nederlandse co-producent, dus misschien gaan we hem nog een keer zien. Thank you. In september hoor ik net dat komt hij in de Nederlandse bioscoop. Rossita Valkanova, thank you for being here.
Thank you too.
is Kailash Nagar. This village was built as part of the efforts to rehabilitate families displaced by floods in Nepal's Chitwan district. This rehabilitation project was carried out by Red Barna Nepal, the Norwegian Save the Children, and the Chitwan District Development Committee. The project was carried out under an agreement with the Social Welfare Council, an agency that coordinates non-governmental development works. Work on this project began in May 1994 and was formally handed over to the beneficiaries in May 1997.
Key to you.
After the flood waters subsided, the district's Flood Rehabilitation Committee began the process of identifying victims needing help. The government of Norway provided financial support for the construction of the houses, and the government of Nepal made available land needed for the construction work. The work was coordinated by Red Barna project staff. Most of the unskilled laborers in this project were the flood victims themselves. This is Punya Prasad Bhandari. He lives in Chitwan in Nepal's central plains. Bhandari and his family of 6 used to farm on about half a hectare of land in Kumroj along the banks of the Rapti river. When not working in the fields, Punya Prasad and his wife Ambika worked as day laborers to meet the family needs. Life was difficult but manageable till everything changed on the night of July 21st, 1993.
बाढी आएको राति हामी यस्तो खेत किसान गरेर हामी मस्त सुतिरहेका थियौं। त्यो सुतिरहेका टाइममा उन्दोबाट आए कि हे भणारी बाजे तपाई बाढी आयो किन सुतिरहनुहुन्छ भनेर यस्तो किनकि हामीलाई ठुलो शब्दहरु गर्दाखेरिमा हामी निन्द्राका टाइममा थियौं। हामी छलेस बिउँदाखेरिमा आहा बाढी त आएको छैन, पानी पनि आएको छैन, आश्चर्य भयो भनेर हामी खिर नीच मार्यौं। त्यसै कारणले गर्दाखेरिमा फेरि पनि उनीहरुले आवाज गर्दाखेरिमा हामी उठेर यसो हेर्दाखेरि त बाढी तसनस भएर पिनीदेखि माथि उक्लिसकेछ। अब हामी ए बाबु उठ हाम्रो बालबच्चालाई कसरी हामी जोगाउँ भनेर हामी आपतको आत्मा परेर एउटा काफ्ले गरेर बस्यौं। काफ्ले गरेर बसिसकेपछि त्यहाँ गर्दै पनि त्यहाँ चोटामा पानी पनि पुग्यो। पुग्दाखेरि अब हामी छाना बस्यौं। छाना बस्दाखेरिमा दैव साहले किनकि खोलो 2-1.5 घण्टा पछाडि त्यो खोलो घटिसकेपछि हाम्रो आत्मालाई के नि अलिक अब बचिन्छ कि भन्ने हाम्रो त्रासमा हामी बच्यौं। बचेर अब बिहान करिबन 6 बज्यो। 6 बजेर हामी आफ्नो खेतीपातीमा आफ्नो घरमा जाँदाखेरिमा घर पनि छैन, खेतीपाती पशुपन्छी पनि केही पनि छैनन्। अब हामी बेलाखा बन्धन भएर हामी एकदम आतसमा र अन्धचारमा परेर हामी त्यहाँ केही पनि नभएका उहाँले हामी दङदास भएर हामी त्यहीँ बसिरह्यौं।
Punya Prasad lost everything he owned and was forced to live in a temporary shelter. The floods of July 1993 were the worst in Nepal's history. 21 people lost their lives in Chitwan alone. The floods washed away houses, destroyed crops and killed livestock. 250 families were most badly affected by the floods in Chitwan district.
बाढीबाट घरबार विहीन भइसकेपछि हामी त्यहाँ हिँडिसकेपछि धेरै ठाउँमा हामी त्यहाँदेखि सर्वस्वर भएर गएर त्यहाँबाट हामी अन्तस्वर गरेर हामी प्लास्टिकको छाप्रामा हामीले बाँसका टाटी ओछ्याएर बाँसको घर बनाएर हामी प्लास्टिकका छाप्रामा हामी बसिरह्यौं। त्यसो बसिरहँदाखेरिमा त्यहाँबाट जिल्लाले या विदेशले आएर तपाईहरु लाल पूजा बुझाउनुस् अनि खेरि तपाईहरुलाई हामी घर बनाइदिन्छौं भनेर हामीले लाल पूजा बुझायौं। अनि खेरि हामीलाई यो चैनपुर वडा नम्बर 7 मा आएर केन्द्रदेखि रेड बार्ना एउटा संस्थाले आएर हामीलाई केन्द्रदेखि बसोबास गराइदिएका हुनाले गराइदियो। अनि हामी आरामसँग सुरक्षित साथमा अहिले हामी यहाँ जीविका गरेर हामी बसेका छौं।
Punya Prasad Bhandari now lives in Kailash Nagar of Chainpur Village Development Committee. This is a new settlement made up of families that were worst hit by Chitwan's floods. Kailash Nagar lies about 6 kilometers west from Bhandari's old home. 55 families live in this new settlement. All families living here have decent houses with basic facilities such as clean drinking water, sanitary latrines and low-cost, fuel-efficient cooking stoves. Children from this settlement study in a nearby public school. This settlement also has a daycare center for children who are too young to attend regular school. Kailash Nagar is named after this temple dedicated to Lord Shiva or Kailash. This temple was built by the 55 families living here. The money for the temple came from cash they would otherwise spend on cigarettes and alcohol. Each family contributed 2 days of labor during its construction. These houses are based on the design prepared by the government's Ministry of Local Development. This low-cost design was developed specially to help families affected by disasters. Each house in Kailash Nagar is connected by a 3-meter wide road, and each plot of land here is not less than 250 square meters. For each cluster of 6 to 8 houses, there is an open yard which is used by the people as a common meeting place. There is also a playground where children gather to spend their spare time. A storage tank with a capacity to store 15,000 liters of water supplies clean drinking water to the settlement. Water for this supply system is tapped using the deep boring method. Pumping water from the deep well requires a regular operation fund. This cost will be met by the community, for which fundraising efforts are already underway.
अहिले यो रेड वायर हुन्जेल चाहिँ यहाँ यो अफिसकै तर्फबाट सामानहरु भनौं न तेलहरु त्यसमा चाहिने आवश्यकहरु देखा पछिको लागि चाहिँ हामीले गर्न पर्छ भनेर हामीले प्रति धुरी 100 रुपैयाँ दाम उठाएर ब्याङ्कमा जम्मा गरिरहेका छौं भविष्यको लागि। त्यसले कसरी चलाउने? त्यसले अब हामीले अब त्यो ब्याङ्कमा राखेको पैसाको ब्याजबाट पुग्यो भने ब्याजबाट तेल हाल्ने, नपुग्यो भने 5-10 रुपैयाँ महिनाको उठाएर त्यसमा तेल हालेर चलाउने भन्ने हाम्रो धारणा छ।
Building houses for the flood victims is only a part of the rehabilitation effort in Chitwan district. It is hoped that these infrastructures would foster long-term socio-economic development of this new community. In order to achieve this goal, programs aiming to facilitate total child-centered community development have been introduced. The construction activities have not just led to the end result we see, but also served to train people in building skills which can help them earn extra incomes.
पहिला हामीले अब यस्तै ज्यामिसामी इटा-सिटा बालासल्ला मसला बनाउने काम गर्थ्यौं। पछि भएपछि यहाँ आएर हामीले त्यो औजारहरु किन्यौं हैन, डगरी काम सिक्यौं, हामी सिक्ने मौका पायौं। यही आएर यो प्रोजेक्ट भित्र यही भनौं न यही बाढी पीडित उसमा निर्माणको लागि यही आएर नै सिक्या हो।
Today, the flood victims resettled at Kailash Nagar are beginning new lives. Now that they have a permanent roof over their heads, housing is no longer a major concern. As a result, the adults can now concentrate on work while children can go to school. The community also has infrastructure to raise children too young to attend regular school. This Child Development Center helps 27 children of Kailash Nagar learn the basics of healthy living and early learning. The rehabilitation effort has also helped establish a children's group which participates actively in activities that concern their development.
खास चाइल्ड टु चाइल्ड भने चाहिँ बच्चाले सिकाउने हैन, अनि त्यसपछि बच्चाले सिकाउँदाखेरि हामीले अब सानो भुराले सिकायौं, फेरि उले नि अर्कोलाई सिकाउँछ, उले फेरि अर्कोलाई सिकाउँदै यो क्रम चलिरहँदाखेरि जम्मैले सिक्छ हैन। अनि त्यहाँबाट फेरि हामीले स्कुलमा सिकेका चीज पनि यही ल्याएर सिकाउन सक्छौं। अनि त्यहाँबाट उनीहरुले यही सिके हामीले सिक्छ, उनीहरुले सिके हामीले सिक्छ, हामीले सिके उनीहरुले सिक्छ हैन। त्यसरी चाहिँ एक अर्काबाट पाइरहन्छ। अनि चाइल्ड टु चाइल्ड त्यसरी नै बच्चाले सिकाउँदै जाँदा हामीले चाहिँ सानो बच्चाहरुलाई उनीहरुको आमा बुवाहरु मेलामा जाँदाखेरि हामी स्कुलमा नगएको बेलामा बिदा भएको बेलामा मेलामा जाँदाखेरि त्यहाँ बच्चाहरूलाई ल्याएर छोडिदिन्छन् किनभने उनीहरूलाई बच्चाहरू लिएर जान झ्याउ हुन्छ काम गर्न पाउँदैनन् छोडिदिन्छन् अनि उनीहरूको त्यो बच्चालाई त्यहाँ भएको रङहरू देखाउने चिनाउने अनि त्यहाँ के कस्ता छन् सामानहरू पढाउन सिकाउने क ख त्यसरी
There are about 10 preschoolers who come to the center every day. Trained caregivers are now looking after these toddlers to help prepare them for attending regular school. This activity aims at helping facilitate proper development of children from an early age. The local women have now begun to take turns to take care of children at the center.
आमाहरूलाई आफ्नो आफ्नो मेलापात आफ्नो आफ्नो काम आफा यसरी बच्चाहरू पाला पाला हेर्दाखेरि आज मैले हेरे भोलि अर्को महिनाले हेर्न सकिन्छ पाला पाला हेर्दाखेरि हामीलाई आफ्नो आफ्नो काममा सुविस्ता हुन्छ बच्चाहरूलाई पनि हेरचाह गर्न राम्रो हुन्छ
Kailash Nagar is the product of real participation of the people. The village was built through the formation of user groups who participated in all decision making related to the rehabilitation project. This mode of operation ensured full transparency in decision making and equal involvement of line agencies and user groups in monitoring and evaluating the project activities. Because the project was carried out locally, it also has full support of the local government.
तर हाम्रो प्रयत्न हाम्रो चाहना त्यो बस्तीलाई त्यो गाउँलाई नमुनाको रूपमा भविष्यसम्म जिल्लालाई मात्रै हैन त्यसले अरु जिल्लाहरूलाई पनि देशका अरु जिल्लाहरूलाई पनि वास्तवमा नमुना गाउँ भने कस्तो हुन्छ भनेर एक पटक त्यही कैलाश नगरमा हेर्न आउने वातावरण बनाउनुपर्छ त्यसको निम्ति जिल्ला विकास समिति गम्भीरता साथ लाग्छ
The rehabilitation project does not end with construction of houses. In order to help the flood victims get a fresh start with life, several activities which aim at enhancing their socio-economic status have been launched. A microcredit scheme underway in Kailash Nagar seeks to prepare these people to undertake small income generation projects on their own. Several training programs seeking to upgrade the skills of these people and sensitize them toward launching new ventures are now being organized. The scheme focuses on the empowerment of the women, which is believed would lead to development of wholesome households, which over the long run is expected to bring about total development of the village.
हामी केही सिपमुलुक अहिले करसाबारी तालिम गर्ने सुर्छ पहिलो प्रथम दर्शनमा गएर हामी त्यसमा केही बचत गरेर हामीले त्यस लगानीबाट हामी केही उद्देश्य गरौँ भन्ने सुर्छ सामूहिक कामहरू के गर्न सकिन्छ अब त्यसबाट सिक्दै जाँदाखेरि
Another activity that is gaining popularity in this settlement is growing vegetables in small kitchen gardens. Given that the plots these people own are too small for regular agriculture, vegetables and fruit cultivation can serve as an important income-raising option. More so because there is a ready market for vegetables locally. Further, because they grow vegetables, the villagers have been able to add vitamins to their diets. Vitamins obtained from vegetables and fruits are vital for the healthy all-round development of children. The children of this village raise money during festivals, supporting their mothers with small sums of money for kitchen gardening. In order to make these income-generating activities sustainable, the people have formed a savings group which is planned to be developed into a cooperative. The main reason behind this initiative is to build a local, people-run institution that can give continuity to the rehabilitation effort. This cooperative will be developed and given charge of managing the credit and savings programs the villagers undertake in the future.
केही भइपरि आउँछ भनेर हामीले प्रत्येक महिनाको प्रति व्यक्ति महिनाको 10-10 रुपैयाँ दाम उठाएर करिब करिब 10-11 हजार रुपैयाँ दाम हामीले कलेक्सन गरेर नै राखेको छ अर्को भिन्दै
त्यो चाहिँ किन होला
किनभने अब हामी बाडी पीडित मान्छे हैन हामीसित सधैँ पैसा हुँदैन त्यस भावनाले त्यो पैसा हामीले राख्दाखेरि चाहिँ भोलि कसैलाई बिमारी होला इमर्जेन्सी केही पर्न आउला हैन त्यसलाई चाहिँ सहयोग गर्ने उले अब 2 महिना 3 महिना कतिमा दिन सक्छ त्यो चाहिँ फेरि उले अलिकति ब्याज राखेर दिने अनि त्यो हाम्रो कोष बढ्दै जान्छ र पछिको लागि हामीले त्यो अब हाम्रो यहाँ काम नभएको खण्डमा त्यही पैसा पनि कुनैलाई तरकारी व्यापार गर्न अथवा हैन कुनै सानातिना कामहरू गर्नको लागि त्यही पैसा दिएर पनि रोजगार उलाई सानो व्यवसायहरू चलाउनको लागि पनि मद्दत पुग्छ भनेर हामीले त्यो काम गरेको।
Activities aimed at the development of the community includes a women literacy program, health and environmental awareness programs. The literacy and motivation program helped prepare ground for undertaking other developmental activities. The rehabilitation project has sensitized the people on primary healthcare practices and importance of maintaining a hygienic living environment. In a similar manner, under the environmental education program, the people have been encouraged to plant trees and support and advocate conservation both in their settlement and in neighboring communities. A clean environment and an improved socio-economic status are prerequisites for the improvement of the status of children and women. A community which doesn't have to worry about these basic issues is more likely to provide a better environment for children to develop. Besides these indirect efforts to improve the overall situation of children and women, the rehabilitation project is also implementing programs that aim at bringing women in the mainstream of development. Through the Safe Motherhood program, the project seeks to improve the general health of women. Improving the general health of women is the stepping stone toward enabling them to participate more actively in social and economic activities.
एकदम राम्रो लाग्यो कुरा चाहिँ हामीलाई अब भन्यौ हामी बाडी लागेर हामी बिन भएर अब चिलबिल भयो थियो अब हाम्रो अब बसोबासो बस्ने बास खानी गाँस हाम्रो केही पनि थिएन हामी कहाँ जाने के गर्ने के खाने भन्ने हामीलाई सारै नै तराई थियो र उहाँहरूले अब घर बनाएर बसोबासो गरेर यहाँ हामीलाई बसाली दिनुभयो त्यसमा हामीलाई धेरै नै खुसी र राम्रो भयो धेरै खुसी लागेको छ
Many communities in Nepal believe that there is life or rebirth after death. The events that have taken place in the lives of these people over the last 5 years, the flooding, the resultant helplessness and hopelessness, and the eventual rehabilitation, but force one to believe in the life after death cycle.